I'm not here.
Well, Jenkins is late. Long run from the North Pole.
Well, he's probably like me, had a circle I guess I probably.
Yeah. My email. Done. I was looking at his shirt yesterday.
I figured as much.
I thought it was
No. What the motion's at? Yes, sir. I've never heard of it.
We're up. 2026, join me in the pledge to our flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
A motion for the January 27th meeting.
Mr. President, I reviewed the minutes from the Marshall County Commission for a regular session for January 27, 2026. I'll make a motion to accept the same as presented.
Second. Motion and second to approve the minutes from the January 27, 2026 meeting. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Commissioners' comments. Commissioner McLaughlin.
Thank you, Mr. President. First, I'd like to welcome all those in attendance here today and also those who are watching online on our live stream on YouTube. Mr. President, since last meeting on January 27th, I was a guest on Steve Novotny Show. I attended a meeting along with the sheriff and Betsy to discuss the updating of our county website and design of a new mobile phone app. I attended a ceremony held at the City of Moundsville Council Chambers where Mayor Brandon Chambers and the city officials presented a proclamation to Moundsville resident Heather Gillespie, who was named Miss Weir. I attended a West Virginia ethics training seminar with county staff and officials. I attended a board review meeting and received and responded to constituent phone calls and emails.
Okay, Commissioner Brzezinskis.
Thank you, Mr. President. Not have a lot of formal meetings. I did have some regarding a variety of topics. I also attended the ethics training that was conducted here at the courthouse, and also the Board of Review. And I also attended the event at the city building honoring Heather Gillespie as Miss Wheelchair West Virginia.
Okay, I had no formal meetings with agencies. However, I did attend the Heather Gillespie Miss Wheelchair event at the city building, participated in the Ethics Commission open meetings training, Board of Equalization review meeting, and received several constituent calls and had 2 constituent meetings. Public comments. All right, consideration of correspondence. We've received, or we have in our possession, the monthly financial statement for the month of December 2025. That'll be available in the county clerk's office. Under financial items, accounts payable. Exonerations, we have eight exonerations before us.
Mr. President, we have 8 exonerations. January 20th through January 29th. I'll make a motion to accept exonerations as presented by the county assessor.
Second.
And second, to approve the exonerations as presented by the county. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Probate and fiduciary matters, and we have a monthly fiduciary report, the commission, and two settlements, as well as a fiduciary commission report. Let's do the monthly fiduciary report and the two settlements first.
Mr. President, the monthly fiduciary report for the month of January 1st, 2026 to January 31st, 2026. I'll make a motion to accept the report as well as 2 settlements before us as presented.
Second.
Motion and second to approve the monthly fiduciary report and the two settlements. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Next, we have a fiduciary commissioner report, and I believe the commissioner's with us. Not? Okay. Would you present the report?
Mr. President, the fiduciary report issued by the fiduciary J. Anthony Edmond Jr. Esquire in regards to the James Mark Castello estate. I'll make a motion to accept that report as presented by the fiduciary.
Second.
Motion and second to approve the fiduciary report as presented by J. Anthony Edmond Jr. Esquire regarding the estate of James Mark Castello. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. We all have to sign it.
Oh,
Road name changes, there are none. Unfinished business, none. Community grants, Helping Heroes request for funds. The floor is yours.
Thank you. This request was sent in by our co-founder, Jeremy Harrison, who I'm sure you all know. Unfortunately, he's not feeling well today, so I'm here in his stead. I'm the CEO at Helping Heroes, and each year the commission is very generous to our organization. We have a fundraising event each May, a night to remember our homeless veterans. And it's our largest fundraising event of the year. We're very fortunate to have funding from the VA, but there are certain situations that we can't use that funding. It has a lot of rules with it. For instance, we can offer rental and utility assistance if you rent a home, but not if you own a home. So if we were to get a call from a veteran whose electricity is being shut off, but they own their home, we can't use those federal funds. But what we can do is use these funds that are raised privately in the community to address those needs. And that is what we do. Over the last year, we served 200 unique veterans in the 5-county Panhandle area, and 10%, a little over 10% of those were here in Marshall County. So sometimes veteran assistance is a one-time payment and lasts a month. Sometimes it can last up to 2 years, depending on the severity of the situation. So it may, to help a veteran, may cost $400 or $500. It may cost $10,000. It just depends on the situation. So we've appreciated your support in the past. Last year, you sponsored our event at a $5,000 level, which is again our request. And please know that that money does come back to help your friends and neighbors here in Marshall County that are in need.
Could you please state your name for the record?
Yes, it's Raymond, and I'll spell the last name for you. Konkolleski.
Thank you.
And I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions?
Sir, I mean, last year requested 5,000, and we told Jeremy that this year we would like to try to increase that if possible. First, I'd like to, May 8th at 5:30 at the skate park at William Park is your event,
Yes.
and we're happy to be a sponsor for that event, and we collaboratively like to raise that to $10,000 this year.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course.
That's all I have. Mr. President, I'll make a motion to that effect that we go to the Platinum sponsorship and donate $10,000 to Helping Heroes.
Motion and second to the Helping Heroes at $10,000. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Next, we have Veterans Honor Guard. Union.
Wow, I've got a dime.
Sorry.
All right. Good morning, members of the commission.
Morning.
Of course, you know I'm Dave Shonian with the Moundsville Veterans Honor Guard,
Paul Ormrine.
Secretary,
Mike Kuzma.
Finance Officer, and I'm the President. Last year, I took a look at my life. This year, I turned 78. In August, we had our elections for office, and I am planning an exit strategy for me to step down from holding a major office to just a rifleman or whatever participant. But in order for me to do that with a good conscience, I would like to address the van, as you all well know. You bought us that van in 2019. What a godsend it was. I mean, that van is so recognizable across this valley where we go proudly in it. But that van had several bugs in it, and they've never all been found. So when I leave my position, I want to make sure that they have a van that doesn't have those bugs in it. I mean, of course, I can't guarantee But that van, we've only got a little over 20,000 miles on that van. We've had that thing towed in. We've had it repaired here and there, but it still got us from point A to point B and still does. But I made a decision and I went before the members that it's time to trade that van in while it has value. And that's what we're here for. And I'm going to let Paul talk a little bit about it. He's the chairman of the van committee.
Well, we did go out and search. We searched 3 different dealerships. It was amazing to me that 2 of the dealerships gave us exactly to the penny for our old van. To the penny. The other one was a total lowball. But the new van, we added a couple things. We got all-wheel drive. We get out in weather like this, that may prove to be advantageous. Other than that, it's pretty well equipped, the same as the old one was. We got 33,000 out of the old one. The new one totaled out at 74,749, and so I think we got our value out of it, out of the old one, comparing what it cost when we bought it. The new one has been ordered. Probably 6 or 8 weeks. It's been 3 weeks since we ordered it, so probably be another 6 weeks.
Or 6 months.
Or 6 months. There is some dealing to do once it comes in as to what kind of discounts are available at that time. They wouldn't quote me any discounts 6 months out. So there may be some adjustments to those figures, but they should not be any higher than what's there. That's
That price does not include extended warranty, which we found out. We were so glad we bought it the last time. Okay. Plus putting the lettering on the van and a few other things. You all seen that van. It's a wonderful van. It's going to be the exact same thing, same color, everything, same lettering, except Space Force. But the funny thing about driving that van is the backup camera is that big in that thing. So that's one thing we did upgrade because we can't see. Us old guys. But it was time. So we're here asking for your support. And I asked for 35. I'm going up it to 40. Because there's going to be some increases. I was telling Scott I have asked E.G. Roberts for $2,000 also, try and help us. So we're here to ask you for $40,000 to assist us getting that new van.
Pardon.
Hell of a trip from the North Pole.
sure is.
So that's round one. We're here also for our annual request. This year, I put in for $3,000 for annual and $2,000 for steak fry. I want to talk a little bit about the steak fry. The annual is a given. We've already almost gone through that $3,000 already this year because we got some new members and we happen to get a young female wears a size small. Now, do you see any of us having a small? No. So that's $900 right there for the uniform. And she's very dedicated, and we're proud to get it to her. But those things come up. So we've already almost gone through the $3,000. Like I told you the last time, some of that goes through the insurance, but it'll go through for the insurance in 2027 because our insurance comes due in May. So I used last year's request to pay for that down the road. But I want to talk about the steak fry. You ask why I'm asked for $2,000 towards the steak fry. A lot of things people don't know about that steak fry and what we do with the money we raise from it. First off, last year we did 109 funerals. And I wrote 45 community events, but that's wrong. We actually did 52. Now those 109 funerals, every one of them got a flag case. And that come out to a little over $2,700. That's something we're proud to give each family, is that flag case. And it also helps the correctional facility with their wood. I mean, we got a heck of a working together project there. I hope it doesn't stop. But going back to the steak fry, I asked for $2,000 for that. And that almost buys the steak. But we cleared a little over $5,000. And of course, off the top goes for the flag cases. But this year we got into a little bit of a project with food baskets for veterans. We took it off of the ladies' auxiliary, and I'm not going to get into that, but we did. We ended up with 24 food baskets for the veterans of Marshall County. And I drafted 6 young ladies from the American Legion, plus Honor Guard members. We went out and bought this food. We got so much donated that I cried when I saw it, what people gave us to help these veterans and their families. I mean, it was amazing, wasn't it? But that became a little more expensive. But my feeling this year is, I told the members in our meeting, I'm not having somebody hungry if I can do something about it. That's another thing we decided to do. Food comes first. All the other stuff is secondary. I'm just going to, we went to the Feeding Body and Soul Kitchen. We made a donation. Swaddle Time Ministry donation. Hospital Continuous Care donation. Toys for Tots Marine Corps League. Catholic Charities. Wreaths Across America for Kathy Hammond. You know who she is? Animal Shelter. Moundsville FOP Shopping. Shepherd's Pantry. Lord's Pantry. Nursing Home. Cameron. NYAP. I forget what that is.
That's an adoption agency.
And we bought pizza for the guys that make the flag cases out the regional jail. So that's where that money goes. And you talk about guys that are happy to reach out and help Marshall Countyans. It's these men and women. We're proud of what they do. And I'm very proud of this organization to be a part of it. So that's why I asked for that $2,000 to help us, because next year it's going to be more expensive. I hope you consider it that. Please do. How important are we in the American Legion over there? We don't have a home. The American Legion gave us a home. Okay? So what do we do in return? Look at the front of that building. We built that front on that building, Honor Guard. The Legion pays for all the supplies. We supply the labor. All the lights around the outside of that building, all the power to that new sign, we did that. You go inside that building, we built all new back steps coming into that building. We're inside remodeling all this stuff out of the goodness that we can do that as long as they pay the bill. So it's a win-win. That's how important. We got 6 members of this Honor Guard are officers in that Legion, including the commander, finance officer, and others. That's how important we are to them. But I'd like to say this about the Honor Guard in general. We've come a long way for just doing funerals, final salute for our veterans, all over, as far 50-mile radius plus. But since that time, we have progressed to become an asset to the communities. Those 52 community events. The communities reach out to us and we help them any way we can. if we can. So we belong to the communities also. It's what we do. And we'll continue to do with your help. That being said, I hope you consider what we asked for. In 2019, you made me, Santa Claus called me and I cried like a baby. I couldn't believe what you did. And like I said, I do believe in Santa Claus now. And you guys are right up there. And I'm not going to call you elves. But your hearts, yeah, he's the biggest. Your hearts are in it too, just like us.
Other questions of members of the Honor Guard?
I'd just like to say we truly appreciate everything that the Honor Guard does for the community. It's greatly appreciated.
We can't do it without you.
Amen.
Further questions? I too would echo those sentiments. The honor that you show families and deceased veterans is significant, not to mention all of the other things that you do for the community, and we appreciate it. So with that, I would entertain a motion for
Mr. President, I will make a motion to provide assistance to the Moundsville Honor Guard, the amount of $40,000 towards their 2026 transit van.
Second.
motion and a second to provide $40,000 for the purchase of the 2026 Ford van. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Mr. President, I'd also like to make a motion in regards to the request for their annual contribution and contribution for State Fry. $3,000 for the annual contribution, and I would like to do $3,000 for the State Fry.
That sounds good.
Total of six.
Total of $6,000.
Wow.
Second.
Motion and a second that the annual request of $3,000 for them to provide services with an additional $3,000 for their steak fry, totaling $6,000 in that request. Those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
I would like to thank you for all your support for our organization, because without you, we couldn't do what we do.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen. I don't know what to say, but all I can say is thank you.
Thank you.
Gary.
John, thank you.
Here's my-
All right. Mike. That's good. Good.
Ladies,
And then your daughter at the animal hall.
good. I'm coming around.
You're very welcome. Still know where you live.
So's everybody else.
Thank
a
you
hugger.
guys.
I'm a
I know. Thank you, sir. I wouldn't dare.
I'm doing well.
Guys, I
Yeah, that was good.
just 27. I thought.
Get a little dance.
Glad you did that. That was good.
Thanks again. Gentlemen. Thanks you could make it.
Next, under new business, we have Harrison regarding looking for the first year up.
Well, nobody likes to follow Dave. I might be shorter, but no, I mean, except for my husband and my father, those are my favorite veterans that we have. They're pretty amazing. So I'm here today to do an update on the first year of the opioid funding that you guys gave us. So Susan Harrison with the CASA program, but with Marshall County Partners in Prevention. So I'm super excited to introduce Sarah Moses. Sarah is our new Marshall County Partners in Prevention Coordinator. I say new, but she's been with us since July. Sarah's background is with juvenile justice and CPS, so she was the perfect fit for us, and really excited that we were able to convince her to come on for this brand new project, and really thinking about how we're going to help the kids in Marshall County and their families by reducing onset of first use, and then reducing of use in their adult life. So this first year, we have spent a lot of time training and shifting things from my plate to Sarah's plate, and then expanding the work that we were already doing into meeting with more kids. So one of the things that we have done is partner in with the health department. So the health department oversees the coalition called RISE. RISE is a coalition that works to make an impact on youth and their substance use. And it's just a small little grant that they have through CBDG money. And what we're doing is partnering with RISE so that we can build that coalition large enough to write for some of the federal grants. So that is next on our to-do list. We weren't going to write for it until the May cycle, but the federal government has shifted the date, so I think I have to write it by next week. So that came out very quickly, but that's called the Drug-Free Communities Grant. Super exciting. That would give us a youth prevention coordinator to head up the work with our youth. So we'll be working closely with Joanne Dobbs and Charlene Ryan as she retired, and they brought her back in. I think she's really trying to retire. But we're really excited about the work and how we can build that coalition. One of the things with that coalition is we have to have 12 sectors at the table. So when they look at 12 sectors, we're talking from law enforcement to the DHHR to the school, community organizations, but youth and parents, grandparents. And so we'll be putting out information for the community to get involved. And those meetings, we have both a hybrid and in-person option, as you guys do, so that people that just want to be able to call in can participate in that. So that's the next thing on our on my table, writing for that Drug-Free Communities Grant, and that's a 10-year grant. So when we think about long-term sustainability of projects, that's the goal, right? We have small pots of money to help us get somewhere, which is what we have Marshall County Partners in Prevention had before this opioid opportunity. This is 5 years. That's another 10. So it'll be a great opportunity for us. But some of the programs that we hosted in 2025 was the health and wellness conferences in Marshall County. We added in Cameron this year, so we're excited to be in all 3 middle schools. We're hitting 1,200 students. Sarah built a group of presenters so that we increased from 14 presenters to 19 presenters, and they cover a range of topics from healthy relationships to substance abuse or misuse prevention, as well as things like healthy eating and nutrition for athletes, and ATV safety, and the things that we know are affecting our Marshall County youth. We added in girls' hormone health last year. This year we're adding in boys' hormone health, just things that the school systems are asking for presentations with their youth. So we're hitting 1,200 students there. We also have every Wednesday, our presenters are in the middle schools doing focused groups in the middle school programs. I think this semester we're on vaping, body safety information, and social media acceptable use. So being able to talk to them about ways to protect themselves online. We also have an 8-week healthy relationships course. This is focused for adults, where we talk about conflict resolution, co-parenting strategies, healthy relationships, how to, what to look for in a partner. We know that when we have healthy partners and healthy relationships, whether we're married or cohabitating or we're co-parenting with an ex, all of those healthy relationships build healthy families and healthy children from there. So last year we did that 4 times. So we had almost 80 participants in that class here in Marshall County. And then we also work to create a parent education program where the city helped us buy the curriculum for that, and a visitation center. So we have our own visitation center here in Marshall County now, where we're starting to serve families. So in the midst of all of that, in the last 6 months, Sarah has talked to every single youth serving agency, the department, the probation, the school system, really trying to get a bead on where do we go from here? Where are we building out? What are the needs for our families? And building that kind of where we go next. So we are partnering with a research center. It's the West Virginia Prevention Research Center for Data Collection, and the data collection there is going to help us understand what are the prevention efforts that are happening, what's working, where do we go, what are some of the things that the students are saying that they want to work on. When is the age of first onset of use here in Marshall County? So we'll be working with that research program as well. And then we'll continue building out the programs and working with referrals and just helping hopefully to reduce where we're seeing our child abuse cases. I think CASA, on that side of things, we had 80 new cases this year. We had 83 last year or the year prior to. So we're not seeing a decrease in the child abuse and neglect cases yet, and the primary reason for that is still substance use. So we know that we have our work cut out for us. I would take questions.
No questions. I just want to again thank you for your organization for everything you do for Marshall County, and really appreciate the summer report, and it was very in depth, enlightening.
So I'm teaching Sarah how to write reports and how important they are.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Item on our new business agenda is legal.
And I would request an executive session, please.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion that we enter into executive session for a legal matter.
Enter into executive session for a legal matter. Those in favor saying aye.